We had the site work completed by the contractor, and we've set up our forms. Now we're digging our trench for our footer. It's going to be 12 inches deep by 12 inches wide. We were told digging by hand after the forms are set is the easiest way to get the trenches dug. So we're going to work on those. It's been time consuming, but it'll be worth it. It's good to have a thicker footing for a two-story house because there's more weight bearing out around the perimeter. So we're going to work on this, and it'll take a little while, but it'll be worth it. Alright, yesterday we dug around the foundation to set the forms in the ground. We have our haunches dug, we just need to neaten them up. And then we're going to compact the area, the bottom of the haunch. We'll try to compact the sides, probably going to be pretty difficult. And then we need to put down our vapor barrier, insulation, and rebar. I'm not sure when we're going to be pouring. We'll see how much progress we make today and figure out if maybe we can pour this week, but I'm kind of doubting it. Might have to wait till we're back up here next week. So, but good progress. This has been taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to, but we're not really sure exactly what we're doing. So we're making it work, hopefully. So Shayla and I had dug out the haunches around the perimeter of the slab, and we had planned on doing the vapor barrier and rebar and foam ourselves, but we just kind of got tight on time and we didn't want to mess anything up. So we found a local company, and they were able to get us in right away. So we had them come and do all the prep work, and then we had them pour the slab. That was yesterday. And they did a really nice job. And you know, it cost more, but they were professionals. They knew what they were doing. This is a big thing to mess up if we were gonna do it. And it's just so hard to fix if you did mess it up. So we're really happy with the way it came out. We have our slab finally. It was about 3 weeks later than I thought it would be, so it set us back a little bit. But that company was great. They were here till probably noon yesterday. The cement was poured at 7. When they were here, they had ordered some extra concrete because you never want to not order enough. And we had them, we formed up these pavers really quick. And they poured 4 of these. So we're not sure what we're gonna do with them yet. Maybe like maybe a patio or a porch, or I thought maybe a greenhouse floor.
We could put our grill on it.
Yeah,
in the meantime.
one of them for the grill, because the grill is on really uneven level. So yeah, but it's cool to have these. They came out really nice for something we formed up in like 5 minutes. But yeah, we'll figure out what to do with these. If anyone has any suggestions, let us know. Originally, we had planned on the contractor who did the site work to help us do the slab, and it wasn't really clear. I think we didn't ask enough questions, like what would be our responsibility and what would be his. And after he did the site work, he said, okay, you guys form it up. And that was a little bit of a shock, because I thought he was going to do that. So that's when, you know, we did form it up, and we watched a couple YouTube videos.
Couple hundred.
We watched Mike Day. He's a concrete contractor up here in Maine, and he makes really good videos. And so we got the form set up, and obviously we had dug out the haunches, and that's sort of when, you know, we had to go back home for a couple days, and then we came back up and we were working on other stuff. We need to get that solar shed dried in soon so we can get our stuff set up there. So we couldn't put any time into this. So having that company come in, like I said, it costs more, but it was done correctly. So that's a big thing. And, you know, sometimes calling in the professionals is just better in the long run, because if you do it wrong at first and you were trying to be cheap, it's going to cost you in the end when, or if something, you know, goes wrong. Like, we figured that out with a lot of stuff that we've tried to cheap out on, and it just comes back to bite us in the end. One of the comments from the concrete contractor, actually, they mentioned it multiple times, but we were worried, you know, the forms weren't perfect. And we had gotten a laser level, and we came out and leveled everything. We squared up the corners. We thought they were fine, and they checked everything. They're like, everything was absolutely perfect. So that was nice to hear. You know, we at least didn't mess up on the important part of it. So maybe we could have done the prep work, but like I said, I didn't want to mess it up, and when would we have had the time? You know, we were up here last week, but it was just, we were doing other stuff the whole time, and it also rained like the whole time. But you know, they have a group of 3 guys. They get this stuff done in a day, and then they come back for a few hours to pour the slab. It's quicker. We weren't even up here when they did the prep work. We had to go back home for a couple days. So it saved us time, because I have no idea when we would have got this poured if we had done it all ourselves. Alright, so it's been 6 days since we had the slab poured. We've been putting water on it every couple hours. We were gone for a few days. So yeah, it looks really nice. We're really happy with how it came out, and we're really excited to get building soon. We do still have the forms on. We have XPS insulation on the outside, which is sensitive to UV light. So we wanted to leave the forms on to protect that from the sun. But we're going to be covering that with Tough 2. It's like a acrylic coating, I believe. And it'll look just like the foundation, or like a foundation wall on a house. That we won't have that till tomorrow, but we'll take the forms off at that point. So yeah, we're just really looking forward to getting our lumber, which is coming tomorrow, and start framing up walls.